What's going on, guys? CrustyKs here to talk about the Friday night slate for Week 7 of college football. I'm real excited to talk about it. We got 3 games. They pushed one back to Saturday because of the hurricane. So let's jump right into it. The first one we're going to talk about here, Northwestern traveling to Maryland. Maryland right now sits at a minus 10.5 point favorite. That's where I'm at here. I'm going to lay the 10.5 with Maryland. I don't love laying this kind of number with a team that just notoriously is bad against the spread. But I tried to let that cloud my opinion and kind of cloud my thoughts on teams. It's really simple for me here. This Maryland defense has actually performed pretty well. Northwestern, the defense has been pretty good as well, but they haven't seen an offense, in my opinion, that can move the ball the way Maryland can. And frankly, I just don't think Northwestern's going to be able to score. So even if Maryland struggles a bit with the Northwestern defense, I mean, this game to me, 21-7. Something of that nature. Northwestern maybe breaks 10. Their offense is terrible, and against a physical defense like Maryland, I think they really struggle. This is a typical Big Ten slugfest in my opinion. Not going to be a lot of offense. Like I said, I think this thing does go under pretty comfortably. So if you want to look at the under, I couldn't talk anybody off of that either. But for me here, Maryland minus 10.5. I just don't see how Northwestern scores points to keep within this number. It is worth monitoring. Ty Felton was originally questionable. I believe he's good to go. Last I saw, he practiced, and Prather practiced as well. So looks like Maryland will have their receivers back, which, I mean, if that's the case, good luck to Northwestern. I think Maryland handles this one relatively easy. The next one we are going to talk about is Utah traveling to Arizona State. So the biggest concern here going to Arizona State would be the weather. So it's been like 100 plus degrees there pretty much every day. Sorry. And that's no different here. It's going to be hot. And so obviously teams that travel on the road, they have to adjust to that. But I like Utah. I like their defense. I like Whittingham. This is just a good team. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Arizona State is playing really well. But I think Utah is just a bit of a step up for Arizona State in terms of play. So for me here, I like Utah minus the 6.5. Pretty exciting news that Cam Rising is supposed to start. So that'll be his first start since getting hurt, which is huge for them, obviously. Really just like Utah to kind of handle business here. I think their defense is going to put Leavitt in a few compromising situations. And he's a guy who, I mean, when stuff kind of comes easy to him, when he's not getting pressured, he looks really good. When you've seen these teams that can get pressure on him, that's when you tend to see the mistakes. And if they can force him to be like a consistent passer, which I think they can because of the way how good their defense is, you're going to see those mistakes amplified here. So give me Utah minus 6.5. I think the Utes pick up a much needed win on the road with Cam Rising. They got to win out, basically. They lost to Arizona in their last game. There was no Rising. The offense looked pretty bad. And if you've ever paid attention to this Utah team, they live and die with Cam Rising. It's really that simple. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they just don't have any talent behind him or what. But, man, if he is out, this team looks lost. So, Cam Rising's back. I am all in on the Utes. Give me the Utah minus 6.5. The last one we are going to talk about, UNLV traveling to Utah State. This is a big spread. UNLV laying 18.5 on the road. It's where I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to lay it yet. I do like their team total as well, over 42.5. It's a big number, but this UNLV team, the offense has looked incredible. With Hodge in there, they haven't missed a beat. In fact, I think the offense looks a little better because he can actually throw the ball, unlike Sluka. Ricky White has kind of been reborn. This Utah State defense, 117th in opponent completion percentage. So they're not deflecting passes. They're not preventing you from passing the ball. They're also not stopping anyone from running the ball. This defense is probably one of the worst in the FBS. And I think UNLV is just going to have their way up and down the field against this team. Like I said, I like the minus 18.5. I'm very tempted to lay it. I might just do it and stop overthinking it. But I also couldn't talk anybody off of their team total. Do lean over for the game. A little concerned with Utah State putting up the points, mainly because I have a hard time trusting Spencer Petras, which if anybody remembers, that's the former Iowa quarterback. He's been slinging it at Utah State, but that's because he has to. They're always chasing points. So for me here, like I said, UNLV minus 18.5. You want to take UNLV team total. I think they're both good looks. I think they both cash. That does conclude the 3-game slate, though. Like I said, we had a 4th game, but they moved it. I did have some stuff to talk about for that game. If you guys wanted me to drop it real fast for you guys, I will, because I will not talk about it in the Saturday video. It's the Memphis USF game. We don't even have to put up like an official thing for this or anything, but I like the over. So if you're listening to this, that game is now on Saturday, I believe. Take the over. But yes, we will have a Saturday video talking about probably 5-6 of the top Saturday games. Let's keep cashing. Let's keep making money. I'm CrustyKs. You can get all of my plays at goldboys.com. If you have a gambling problem, dial 1-800-GAMBLER. Thank you, guys.